Are black women appreciated by men?
Are black women appreciated by men?
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like nowadays, I think that other races, like how you do a lot, are more put on a pedestal. And I see that a lot, especially from you. And so I feel like, you know, black women do kind of feel disrespected and they feel underappreciated a lot of the time. Yes, because all I see on the internet is black men downing black women every day. In our comments, it's way more men. I would assume when I started this journey that it would be women hating on women. Every bad negative comment about me is mainly from a man. I rarely see a woman comment negative. And I didn't know men were so catty.
Now, that could be true, but there could be other reasons for that. It's not just because they're men. Like, come on. Can we get some nuance? Were they calling you out on some BS that you said? Come on, nuance.
Like that. And so quick to want to put a black woman down. Like, she's trash. She's this, she's that. She's like the most horrible things you can think of. And I'm like, who raised y'all? Because I come from a generation and my dad and how I was taught, like, I'd never see my dad talk down on a woman like that. Even if he can't stand this motherfucker, he's not gonna sit in my face and pillow talk about another woman or bring her down. He probably did it behind in his own room, like this bitch, you know, but it was never that. And I feel like black women, all I see on the internet is how white women are better. American, non-American women are better. This and that are better, better, better. And it's like, have your preference, but don't bring us down while you're doing it.
Oh my God.
If you want to be with a woman that's not American or not white, do that. But stop referencing it to a black woman. Because
that's cap. That's cap. That's crazy.
Because when black women get with white men, they're not talking about black men are trash. They're just loving and living their life with this white man.
Lies.
Period.
That's a lie.
It's like, you don't have to sit here and down the other race because you don't.
She's lying. That's not something, you don't, no, that's wrong. It ain't just, black women are just running off in the sunset with white men and like all that. Like, get out of here, man. Look, Keisha is not running off in the sunset with Michael and thinking that it's just sweet like that. No, first of all, number one. number two, black women do 100% talk bad about black men. The only difference is they get a stigma to protect them. That's the only difference. It's okay for black women to down black men because they do it, they get a show. They do it, they get a movie. They do it, they get a book.
Don't want to fuck with them. You don't have to do that. At the end of the day, if you want to mess with a white woman and an Asian woman and this woman, go do that and leave us out of the conversation. Period, point blank. And I think that that's what the women are frustrated about. And if we have an opinion on this, we're aggressive. See, she has too much of opinion. That's why they don't like you. That's because you talk too much. You're loud. Okay.
Well, this is the thing, too. And the reason why black women get so much hate is because how we, on our TV shows, across these platforms, how people look at us. So when you start looking, they look at us like an ignorant group of people.
Right.
And especially like when you look across the platforms and you start looking at the Real Housewives of whatever, and we glorify the shaking that ass, we glorify the fighting, we glorify the talking about each other. I'm talking about like black women.
That's
We glorify.
Everything he's saying is 100%.
And the ratings.
Everything that he's saying is 100% fact. It's a fact. It's true. And the crazy part is, it's nothing no different than what a lot of other people say it, but certain people can, obviously get away with it. I don't have no problem with that. But the truth of the matter is, it's 100% why. Black women get looked at the way they do because what do you see when you see black women in media? What is the first impression that other cultures would have of you? Black men too. Black men too. I mean, if you really want to talk about it, honestly, black men too. Pookie and Ray Ray is not a desirable image, and that's why dudes like me have to wear suits and all that kind of stuff in order to rise above it. Luckily, I enjoy it. Luckily, I enjoy it, and I'm at a point now where I would probably wear suits regardless. So I enjoy it. So a suit of armor, it's a wardrobe. It's a wardrobe. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. You know, a lot of y'all don't really know about that kind of stuff. And so I don't know. If that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comment section because I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy, and I'm working on, you know, some coaching to kind of help guys and, you know, bring guys up to speed because there's a lot of people out here just being deceived. But that's neither here nor there. I digress.
Things are off the chain too.
You know that white women do that too, though.
It's not.
Jersey Shore, the housewives of like Pontiac or the other housewives of Beverly Hills is white women. It's not black women on that at all. So I'm letting you know there's a lot of housewives that are not, the one you know is.
It's not celebrated is the point. It's not the point that other cultures don't have ratchet women. Yeah, other cultures have ratchet women, but no other culture puts those women on a pedestal.
Basketball wives. I'm talking about the real housewives of Beverly Hills is all white women throwing drinks at each other, cursing each other out. But guess what? It is not as bad because they're white, right? It's not as aggressive. It's not as ghetto. It is not as raunchy because they're white women doing it. Black women are always held to a way higher standard. We always have to prove why we deserve.
Black people are held to a higher standard. That's in general. That's in general. But we know it. We know it. We know that that's the rules of the game. So how are we either gonna adapt and try to move on so that we can thrive, or so that our children can thrive, or so that our grandkids can thrive, or so that our great grandkids can maybe thrive, or are we just gonna sit there and complain about the fact that we have to work harder than everybody else? Yeah, we do. We do. We do.
To have a seat at the table. We always have to prove that we deserve to be here. No matter, we always have to be way more classier than you. A white girl can come in here half naked and I can come in here with a little titty showing, and guess what? I'm a whore. Like, it's always gonna be this comparison, and I think that black women are tired of being compared. Do I agree with you that culturally black people are doing too much, shaking ass and this and that? Yes, I don't think you're.
It's not about that though. It don't matter what you're tired of because that's the rules of society. That's society that judges you. You'll drive yourself mad trying to change society and trying to change the world. Only thing you can do is change yourself. Be the best you so that you can get in a position. That's why I always tell people talk about hair. If you don't want to cut your locks, maybe you should cut your locks. Get to a position where you're a president of a company and then you can hire people that got locks and you can have your own locks. I mean, I don't know. Just
wrong. Like Zeus Network and Jocelyn's Cabernet and all of that stuff is out of line.
This is the thing. When you're American culture,
yeah,
you're being more watched than anybody. Like when you think about culture in America, who sets the trends? Who sets the tone for how we dress, how we look, how we act, how we run, how we play sports? It's us.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're already up here as far as eyeballs watching us. So then people around the world are going to assume, just like from watching us on every microscope and every camera and every national platform, that's how we are. But we don't do us no favors by putting more shows out there like the Cosbys or just like a classy Housewives of this show. No, we want the drama. And we feed off the drama because that's where the money is. Now it's about clout. It's about
Tyler Perry, evil black man, damaged black woman ideology. You know what I mean? Just, he's right. He cooking.
Who can make the most noise? Who could get the most attention? And we become attention whores for the money. It's just, if that's the only way that black women can make money, and I'm not saying that is the only way, but like when they're throwing dollars at black women being ignorant to one another, it feeds into it.
Yeah, I can.
And that's what people see.
I can agree with that.
And now that's our perception of one another, and that's why we're looked at as a race, and that's how black women are looked at. For that perception of being ignorant and men not wanting them from other races because of that. But it's entertaining. You
But
know
I
what I'm
will
saying?
say that I see a lot of women with these other races now, and I've seen a lot of it recently. And I'm like, okay, these other races are messing with these women, and these black women are going to these other races, and they're feeling like appreciated or whatever the case may be. Is what I have seen from a lot of people these days. So I do see that there's a shift. And I was actually just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, look, if you're happy somewhere else and you want to be with a different race, do that. I don't think there's any problem with that. I'm a biracial product of a biracial parents. So I can't even hate on that at the end of the day. But I think the bigger problem is with this platform, we have to make sure that we're creating unity more than separation. Like, what are the things? How can we problem solve this? What are the things that we can do to close the gap between black men and black women? How can we be more united at the end of the day? You know, and I think that that's really, really important. And I think that's something that we should focus on more, because every day on the internet, all you see is why this person is, why women don't love, why. What are the solutions? We seem, everyone is very problem based.
Like, out of all of our role models,
People don't
Yeah.
pay for
our top women, like
Yeah.
in this
Without problems,
generation,
people
Yeah.
don't got
like,
solutions. You need
who are our
problems.
popular top women, and what do they talk about?
Michelle Obama, she has a podcast.
No. This generation don't relate to her.
Facts.
She's older. They're not following Michelle Obama. Maybe an older generation is. They're following Sexy Red, Cardi B. They're following what are Glorilla. They're following Megan Thee Stallion. What do they talk about? Shaking their ass, popping that pee, dressing like this, and our kids are watching this.
Yeah, I agree with you, 100%.
So like who is the face? Who is the face for this generation? Those are the faces that the kids look up to. They turn on the TV. This is what they say. They don't have to turn on the TV no more. We go into our phone, and now this is what we got on us 24 hours a day to look at this. Oh damn, we just saw Cardi right there. We just saw Megan. We just saw Sexy Red. Oh, she said this.
So I mean, I don't know. I think that Paul Pierce has a great point. It's something that I've been saying for a while, and that is just we got a bad example. When I've said things before like black culture is trash, which I still think it is. I'm not talking about black people. I don't hate black people, and I don't necessarily hate the entirety of black culture, but it's polluted. And the face of the modern black culture, I mean, when you look at it, like they said, basketball wise, we now TV, Jocelyn's care, you know what I mean? All these things, I mean, it's bad, man. It's bad. Zeus. You know what I mean? All these shows, like these networks, it's crazy. But I don't know. That's what people think. Let me know. Am I tripping? Because I agree with Paul Pierce, or is she right? And I also disagree with her that black women, yeah. Because look, first of all, it's a lot to unpack there. Black men in general, they're married more than black women. Okay? Black women are initiating 70% of divorces, and like 80-90% if they're college educated, but I digress. But they're initiating 70% of divorces, right? Meanwhile, black men are married. They're married more. They have more marriages. Not only do they have more marriages, and you can look all this stuff up for yourself. I mean, but they're lasting longer. They're doing better. They're doing better. I don't know, but I think that and I also think she's a bit delulu if she thinks that people aren't fetishizing black women too. Like Kevin and Sam are not just running off in the sunset with Tyreek and Keisha. Nah, it's not like that. I mean, like, come on. And if we really want to get into it, white men abandon their kids. Like, black men are some of the most loyal to their families in general. White men. Have you ever looked at how how many white women are on welfare, receive government assistance? Oh my God. It's a lot. It's a lot. But with that being said, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate you for watching. I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered. Make sure you like and subscribe, share the video. And I don't know, man. Or maybe you could try out that new hype thing, give me an algorithm. I'd appreciate it. I am signing out.